It's expensive to be made.
Welcome to Bravo's Moms Unfiltered, the podcast where real moms spill the tea on all the things Bravo and the chaos of everyday life.
We're your hosts, Allie and Crystal, two Bravo-assessed moms who aren't afraid to say what everyone's thinking completely unfiltered.
From housewives drama to mom life meltdowns, we're here to break it all down with humor, honesty, and maybe a little bit of bitching.
So grab your favorite drink, settle in, and get ready for some unfiltered fun. Welcome back, Bravo moms. We'll get started with Real Housewives of OC Reunion Part 1. So it starts off with Jen saying she was uninvited to Alexis's wedding, and then she was reinvited the day before. Evidently, she talked to her on the phone, talked to Alexis. And Alexis said that she was close to Shannon, so that's why she didn't invite her, and then she got reinvited, like, literally right before. Tamra jokes to Andy that she isn't going to quit this time, because she quit, like, 3 or 4 times prior to this. Andy said she doesn't think Tamra was calmer this season, and Tamra says, really? Now, I was going back and forth with this. I feel like she was semi-calmer, but she still had really bad outbursts this season compared to other seasons. Shannon calls Tamra grudge, which I thought was kind of funny, but she does hold grudges. On Tamra's podcast, she said she would like to see Vicky back for next season. And then she spills the beans, which we've all seen by now, the clip of Tamra and Vicky doing that little ad together. But she said her and Vicky made up. And I feel like Shannon feels some type of way about this. She's not really happy about it. Alexis said on the podcast that she felt like Shannon was trying to ice out Tamra this season, which I don't agree with. I don't really think Shannon was trying to do that to her. Katie said Jen told her Alex, who is Alec Baskin, who is one of, like, the main producers of the show in the Valley and other shows like that, had a phone call in NOLA with Shannon with Shannon or Katie, that she was trying to ice out Katie. Jen asked surprised about this and then said, I never said that. And Andy said that Alex said that never happened. I guess Alex is somewhere on set and talked into Andy's ear saying that never happened. So I don't know where Katie's getting these facts. Like, she's just pulling them out of thin air, it seems like, again. So that was interesting. Tamra said that at Emily's New Year's party that Katie was dead to her and she was going to sue her. So Emily says she doesn't understand why Tamra met up with Katie. And that's something they didn't air. So I thought that was also interesting. Why would Tamra say that and then go meet up with her like 2 or 3
Because
episodes
Katie
later?
has hard evidence. I think
Yeah.
Katie has hard evidence, and for some reason, Bravo is blocking it.
What evidence do you think it is? Like screenshots or
know.
like proof?
I think
Because
it's
she-
text messages.
Because she didn't show anything at first, like when all of this was happening. So you could be right. Shannon said that in 2020 that alcoholism ran in her family, and she got mad at Tamra for bringing it up when they were on their girls' trip. Shannon said she had to apologize to her dad about what Tamra said because it was going to air, which I feel like Shannon has kind of said something like that before, so I don't know why she had to apologize to her dad about it. Shannon and Katie haven't spoken since what happened on the show. Katie says she's getting a lot of people supporting her after the lie detector test on social media. And Katie thinks Emily set her up with this lie detector test. And I thought Andy made a good point here. He said, production found the lie detector people since there are only a certain number of people who can actually film on camera. So I thought that was interesting that production actually found it based on what Emily wanted to do. So I don't know how Emily could have set her up for that. Then Andy asked Heather if the paparazzi shot when they were in Rodeo Drive was staged or not. And Heather said no. And Emily said it was not. She said she could see how it looked staged on TV, but it definitely was not. Emily talks about Luke. And I thought this was interesting. I had never heard what she said before about Luke. So Emily said that Luke, before everything, that he was gifted. And then he started to regress. She said a lot of moms have watched her episode and said she should have Luke tested for pandas. Have you heard of pandas?
Yeah. Because
I've
I
never heard of
think
that.
Maddie had it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was a flashback of like she got strep throat really bad. So then she had to have her tonsils taken out. And then from there, she started acting very
Like
like
childlike?
like the
baby?
food restrictions.
Ah,
And so I think I'm pretty sure it's, yeah.
that was
So yeah, the same reoccurrence. And so when Emily said that, I was like, oh, that's true. Yeah.
yeah.
So if you catch pandas, it messes with your neurological pathways in
Yeah.
your brain.
And I had never heard that. So she said that a lot of moms who have watched the show have told her to test Luke for pandas.
Mm.
And then she said evidently he did get this after strep throat and that he's going to have like laser on his brain to help with the swelling because evidently it makes your brain swell. So that was very interesting to hear that. And I like that she's also educating other moms because you knew about it. I did not know about it. So, and I also just feel for her for having to go through all of this. So Gretchen finally comes on, and Annie asks her what side she is on, and she said, so Gretchen comes on and asks her what Slade does for a living. And she said he's on the Lucille board or something like that. I forget what it was called,
It's a piano. It's a famous composer.
composer. But evidently people have looked it up, and the spot that Slade has is a non-paid spot. So, I don't know why she's saying that's I mean, I guess it could still be a job without being paid, but I feel
Well,
like she
you
insinuated
not
that he was
necessarily
making
like you
money.
don't have to be paid on paper, but
Yeah,
you do reap a lot of the benefits, like getting all the first tickets, getting tickets to your family members' holiday season,
yeah.
getting first pick seats. So only, it's not really, it's still an honor to be on the seat, whether you're getting paid on paper or not.
Is it like I can't think of the word for jobs. Is it like something you do not donations or collections, like volunteer? Is it like volunteer based? Do you know?
I don't know.
After that, they talk about Gretchen and her getting married to Slade. Evidently, they got married with a pastor, but they just, like, aren't legally married with, like, the paper you get from, what do you call it? I can't think of the word. Marriage certificate. So they are married, I guess, in the eyes of the church. Um, Tamra said Gretchen tried to bring up her song at night that night that she asked if Eddie was gay, which I think we all kinda knew that song was brought up before. And then Tamra keeps this whole reunion, Shannon will try and, like, butt in whenever Tamara's saying something, and she's like, "I'm not talking to you, girl," or something like that, and she just keeps saying, like, these mean, like, jabs at Shannon. So she has some real big beef with Shannon. Um, and then I just said at the end, Tamara is really not looking good this reunion. I feel like she said she was gonna try and stay calm, but she is just anyone that talks to her, she's going right back at him, like, nipping at him like a dog. So,
Yeah,
that's
Tamara's
all
just
I
had it. Tamara
yeah.
just knows that they're all trying to, like, wash her out.
Yeah, we could do Potomac if you want.
Potomac, yeah. So they start off with Angel and Jassi get into it over a comment that Angel made and mocked her accent. Oh, no, sorry. That was in the middle. So it leaves off from the last episode where they're on the boat or they're at the dinner table. And again, Kay and Jassi are still going at the dinner table. And then they decide to table it because they can't figure out and get their story straight. So they're like, we're going to table this issue. Again, Kay just starts stuff for no reason and basically saying Jassie's lying about Kay saying something really bad about Wendy. Gizelle and her shady shot time. So she brings these shots to lighten the mood at the dinner table and starts throwing more shade and starts nicknaming the shots. I don't get it. She said Stacy's was obviously blank. And
Yeah.
then she went to Kay and she said Kay is a Gizelle hater. And that starts a whole spinning wheel of basically Kay has an issue with Gizelle. So they table that. Then they get back to the house and the cameras looked like they were off, but they had another camera in the Airbnb. And Ashley basically was telling Stacy, like, the producers caught Stacy, or someone had told the producers that they saw and they have evidence of Chris and Stacy out to dinner on a date. And so Stacy was like, yeah, she was like, I'm not gonna, like, we were separated. I was separated from my husband and I had been on plenty of dates and She's like, that's in my rights, but she definitely says that she did not sleep with Chris and says it several times. Obviously, she had had too many shots too, so she was like very adamant she did not sleep with Chris. The next morning, Ashley is still messing with Josh. She's talking with her mom, and she's like laughing as Josh is texting. They all get on the boat the next morning and basically try to figure out why Kay is a Gizelle hater. And she basically says when she got attacked by Ashley's friend 2 seasons ago, that Gizelle never reached out. And Gizelle said that was because I was watching my I was holding my hand, holding my dad's hand while he was taking the last breath. Basically, like, shut that down. And they basically, all the ladies agree with that Kay is all about herself because she also did it to Wendy and was like, you're not paying attention to me and you're excluding me from the group and yada, yada, yada. The girls are like, yeah, we do feel that, Kay, you're all about yourself. You don't care about what's going on with all the other girls' lives. You just care that you're the center of attention. So I agree. And the girls leave, but Gizelle stays and they kind of like make up and agree not to talk about it again. They go to the restaurant. It's very beautiful. I want to go to the Nevis or something. Nevis. And then they all sit for dinner. And apparently Jassi asked Stacy to be a bridesmaid a long time ago when she got engaged. And Stacy declined. And her excuse was because they had she had the THC line coming out soon, and it coincided with the time of her wedding. And then Gizelle gets on the confession, and Giselle's like, no, ma'am. She's like, it's because that Jassi wasn't a part of the Housewives, and that she was and that now that Stacy found out that Jassi's a guest on the Housewives, Stacy is now going to the wedding, which I can definitely see Stacy's personality with that. So I definitely agree with Gizelle for once on that, because I think Stacy's all about attention or just being a housewife. Angel and Jassi get into it over a comment that they made a comment, mocked her accent. And so Jassi gets mad because one of the girls was like, the one with the accent was like kind of joking with her because there was the owner of the bar was trying to take pictures and was like telling Jassi, like, you're really beautiful, come stand by me. And the other housewife made the comment like, ooh, your man's got competition now. And kind of was just like being a girlfriend and joking around. And considering that Jassi's had to have marriage counseling and all that stuff, Jassi didn't take it as a joke. She took it like, don't ever say those comments again, like right before my wedding. So there's two sides of the story. And I think Jassi took it to another level and didn't realize, like, I'm joking. But also Jassi may have felt uncomfortable even though it was the owner and he was hitting on her. And the other girl proceeded to like egg it on and poke it when Jassi was probably like, look, I'm already uncomfortable. I'm trying to be respectful. And now you're poking the bear again. So I can see both sides of the story. So they make up and that was it. And then they all head back to the hotel for a little bachelorette party. And we're going to get right to it. The girls dressed up sexy, whatever. They danced, they had fun. So apparently they took a golf cart from the restaurant to the hotel or from when they get to the hotel, they take a golf cart to their little villas or whatever. And the cameras are down and apparently Jassi and Angel were talking and the other girls heard the heated conversation, and it wasn't necessarily, they weren't talking about another housewife, but they were talking about another woman and how trashy she is and stuff like that. And so Wendy, when they were having the bachelorette party, they were all sitting in a circle and had their fun. And then Wendy says, what were you guys talking about while you guys were on the golf cart? She said that someone had texted her or messaged her about Angel's behavior and that she basically leaves people out and that she's not a nice person. And Jassi tried to like cover it up and be like, I haven't got that from her. And so Angel takes over and she said, yes, it happens to be when I started dating Bobby. I met a girl from Chicago who took me under her wing and basically introduced me to that world. This woman decided to basically spread this rumor, this lie about her that she stole money from Bobby while they were dating and that she stopped taking her birth control and was trying to get pregnant.
Wow.
And that woman ended up telling Bobby's manager and the whole fiasco happened or whatever. Now Angel is mad at Jassi for telling her because she doesn't know if you intentionally said it or what. But all the other girls think that Jassi did the right thing with pulling the girl to the side when the cameras weren't rolling and saying, hey, look, this woman in my DMs is saying this about you. Just want to let you know, which I think it is the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like every night has been attack, this specific woman.
Yeah. Yeah.
And enough is enough. I think like it's a lot and they should have spread it out to other women, but I feel bad for her. And it's
Yeah.
very hard to be a, football player's wife.
But oh yeah.
They have a lot to put up with. So I feel for her. But then she took it too far and she's like, ladies, I'm done for the night. And she walks off and she calls her husband Bobby
Mm-hmm.
and just basically is laying it out. So the other girls feel one way that she's overreacting. It was a long time ago. He was your boyfriend at the time. Now he's your husband. Don't let it take any air or heat
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
So I agree with the girls. Don't let it get to you. But the girls are starting to realize you're an easy target because every little thing pisses you off.
Yeah.
And the whole point of the housewife game is
get
to
under-
see if you're going to break, to see if you're going to throw that glass of wine, see if you're going to start cussing and losing control.
Or flipping tables.
Yeah, like that is the game. That is the housewife game. Like who has the most composure? That is right now, Stacey is winning because Stacey has the hardest composure because she's not backing down with everything that they're trying to accuse her of.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was how the night ended. That was the big bang.
It was.
So that was basically this episode 6.
All right. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. This is day 2 on their yacht or below deck.
Oh, dear
So
Lord.
we start with, we see Browyn sleeping outside. She slept outside like on a little pool lounger.
Yeah.
She said she didn't want to share a bed with Brittany, and Brittany didn't want to share a bed with her. So she just decided she would sleep outside. She got rained on. It looked like she was miserable when she woke up, but whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Right. I mean,
Lisa and Heather talked. Apparently that night they do a flashback to Lisa sitting on that little raft thing, and it's just swaying away in the ocean or wherever they were. They kept saying that she was going to go home. I really thought she was going to. And Heather explained to Lisa that she is the source of all this dirt and that everyone tells her everything. So that's how she knows everything. And that's why they feel like whenever she gets mad, she just says everything because she knows it all. Everyone confides in her for some reason.
who? Which one?
Everyone confides in Lisa.
You think everybody confides in Lisa?
Not necessarily confides, but they tell her stuff. And that's why she knows a bunch of dirt, as they said, on.
I
That's why
don't
she knows
think
a bunch of dirt on
anybody
everyone.
confides in Lisa. I think everybody confides in Heather.
Yeah, I guess confide wasn't the right word. They tell Lisa stuff. And that's why she knows so much stuff. Or
No, I think
people
that is the last person. I think she digs and she has private investigators.
this is what Heather said. This is what Heather said.
Heather said.
This is what Heather said. She said Lisa is the source of the dirt and that everyone tells her everything, meaning everyone tells Lisa everything.
That's crazy. I don't think that unless she's feeding them Vita Tequila,
I
and
don't
that's
know,
how
but
she's getting at everything.
That's what Heather is saying. Angie is finally alive and feeling better. She makes it out to breakfast with like 2 or 3 of the little bracelets for motion sickness on her wrist. At breakfast, before breakfast, Lisa and Brittany are talking on the mid deck while Browyn is on the top deck, and she literally can hear them. Like they're filming in both spots, and you can literally see Browyn go, "I can hear you, Brittany." Like she just hears like whatever they're saying, like travel right up. So I'm surprised she didn't confront them, but she just let it be. At breakfast, everyone sits down. We're all at breakfast today. Lisa and Browyn get into it. I don't know. I thought they squashed their beef, but they get into it again. Angie says about a month ago after Lisa's dismiss party, she said Todd made out with one of her friends and Angie said this to everyone. Oh, and Angie said this to everyone at breakfast. So this was about Brahman. Something she heard about Todd that he was making out with some girl. So she decides to tell everyone at breakfast this. And Brahman, you can tell, is kind of hurt, but she's trying not to take it too hard. But that's what was it Lisa who said this that told Angie? Do you remember?
I'm sorry.
About Todd making out with one of their friends. Did Lisa tell Angie that? 'Cause I know Angie's the one that said it at the table to
Yeah,
everyone
Lisa told Angie and whispered at a party or something.
at a party, because this was after that dismissal party. So after that, they all go to the island for the day. Bronwyn does not want to, but she said, we're stuck in the situation. You might as well go. So they go to the island. I think they snorkel. They sit on the beach. They have food. They just kind of soak it all up. While they're just chilling in the sun, Mary and Lisa start talking. And Mary says that she doesn't think Meredith is sticking up for Lisa. And Lisa questions if Meredith is, which she really is not. She just kind of stays quiet. Meredith says she agrees with her and will just support her, but if she doesn't agree, she won't support her. Which makes sense, but I don't really think Meredith is doing any of this. She kind of sits there and just listens to what everyone is saying.
It is. It's true.
Mary says Meredith is boring and a bad friend. I don't think she's a bad friend. She's just Meredith. She just wants to DJ and live her life. She's
Yeah,
like,
it's almost like, why are you here?
yeah, she doesn't.
Like,
She's
you're
not
not
doing
friends
much.
with anybody.
No, I feel like Mary's doing more this season than Meredith is. So then they all go back to the boat, and Bronwyn wants to go dress up and go. I forget who they're going to see, but they're going to go surprise someone, maybe Lisa. And she wants to dress up. She brought those like inflatable costumes that you see on Halloween, like the big inflatable ones. So her and Angie both choose 2 inflatables. They get in them and they're about to leave Angie's room and Angie's hand gets closed in the door
I know. I
and
saw that.
it's bleeding.
I know.
And I'm like, "Oh my god, poor Angie can't catch a break. First she's seasick. Now her hand's bleeding. They have to call a medic." I couldn't tell if it was her nail or what. I think it was just a nail. I don't think she actually broke her finger. That's what I was afraid of. So then they have a zombie night dinner, which is Heather's idea. So they all get dressed up to the T. Heather gets some like fake like blood spray that you can spray on your hand. So they're all dressed up. The only one that's really not dressed up is Lisa, but that's typically her when it comes to these events. They're at the table, they're eating, having a good time talking. I don't remember if anyone's fighting. I don't think so. But at one point during the dinner, Brittani starts to get seasick. So she goes over to the side, throws up, and she comes back, and Meredith says something like, Meredith is questioning her, like, why are you drinking tequila? And Meredith goes, why are you drinking tequila when you just threw up? And Brittani basically goes, like, mind your own business. I'm going to do what I want. But I think it's a valid point she's saying, but some people just like to rally after something like that happens. And then Brittani decides to bring something up she saw on TikTok about Meredith. And she said she has seen all over TikTok that Seth has a mistress, which I think we've heard before. And Meredith said it's not true and she doesn't buy into that type of stuff. And that is where we leave off on this episode. I think they still have like another 1 or 2 episodes on this boat. So that's what happened with this one. Quick Bravo news. For the first reunion, Tamra and Katie hosted a watch party. I don't know if you saw that. And apparently the DJ played, what's Sheena Shea song, Good as Gold? Apparently the DJ played that, and I know Tamra has beef with Sheena, so I thought that was kind of funny.
You know who the DJ was, right?
No, who was it?
Sheena's first husband.
Oh, I did not. He's a DJ?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I did not know
Remember
that. So she
the
was
first season? I remember when she was married to the attic.
Oh, so she's throwing shade.
Yeah, because Sheena went on a podcast regarding the whole psychic allegations, and somehow Sheena got thrown into it.
Oh.
With Katie trying to give information about.
Gretchen
So somehow Tamra knows that Sheena had something to do with
to
it.
do with this. Yeah. I mean, she's gotta stay relevant somehow. Like I said earlier, Tamara and Vicky reunited and they did an ad together for, I think it's called Flav City on Instagram. So that was nice to see them together. The Persian Valley style that is going to drop. That's the Shaws of Sunset. They actually dropped the trailer at BravoCon and I watched it and it looks good. There's some new faces that we haven't seen before. Familiar faces, but I like that they have kids now. They're a little bit more established than they were before. So I'm curious to see this. Heather's comment. Did you write this one? Heather's comment.
Yeah, Heather's comment on Watch What Happens Live.
I did not see this.
Andy asked her, does Lisa, they have like agree or disagree
Mhm.
little things.
Yeah.
And Andy asks if Lisa lives a different life than the rest of the Salt Lake wives. And disagrees. And Andy's like, "Oh, you disagree?" And she was like, well, the only thing I disagree with is that we pay with our life, we pay with our own money. Because that's what she does.
Yeah.
She gets all these people. She's like a promoter. She's a
Yeah,
promoter.
yeah.
They give her
She is.
money.
Yeah.
They pay
Yeah.
her. And then she has to come up with this lavish weekend
Yeah.
with parties, drugs,
Yes.
airplanes, everything. She
Whatever.
has to book
Yeah.
everything. She's a personal
Yeah.
secretary. So,
Basically,
and
yeah.
then she gets compensated for it. So not only is
Okay.
she like thinking, like she's posting, oh, this is my life. No, it's not your. If you're getting a commission to
Yeah.
host other people, you're like a maid,
Yeah.
basically.
That's a good way to put
So,
it.
uh,
Teresa has come out
I
and said
miss
that
you. Mm-hmm.
her brother and Melissa, or her brother and Melissa, they've all spoken. And she talked about this more at BravoCon too, that they met at the cemetery where their parents are buried, because she didn't want to be seen in public and have pictures taken, one, and then she thought this would help them keep the peace. So it seems like everything is going good over there. Was kind of wondering if they did this to try and be back on Jersey. That's kind of what I was wondering. But if
Mm-hmm.
not, I'm glad they did, because it's not fun not being able to talk to like your cousins and stuff. And I don't think the kids should be roped into this at all. But
Yeah, I
they
think the
are.
kids are getting too old.
Yeah. Yeah.
As the
To do
kids
that.
get older, they're like, grow up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sad that the kids can probably get along and the parents can't. It shows
Yeah.
maturity. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Wendy, she is at
yeah.
BravoCon, which surprised
Mm-hmm.
me.
I'm proud of her.
But she says she can't say much, but she'll tell her story when it's time, and she thanked fans for supporting her and her family and reaching out to them. And then big news, Dolores Cantina is engaged to, what's his
Mm-hmm.
name? Pauly
Mm-hmm.
D, right?
No. Pauly D is
I was
Jersey
gonna say,
Shore.
I thought that sounded wrong.
No.
Whatever his name is, Pauly
Pauly
the Irish
something.
man.
Yeah, the
Pauly the
Irish
Irish
guy.
man. 'Cause
He proposed to her at the spot where they first met,
Oh,
which
that's
was at
cute.
an Apple store.
I wondered where they were.
It was simple. I love it. It was
Yeah.
creative. It was
Yes.
probably like she wasn't even aware. She didn't know.
Yes.
There was nobody around.
Yes.
I love it. And I think it's so simple and it says a lot about their relationship that they
Yes.
have is
Yeah.
more than just TV.
Yeah. And he was saying on BravoCon that he didn't tell anyone that he was gonna do it. Like, Joey Gorga didn't know that they were doing it. He said he kept it to himself. I don't even know if he told their kids. So, and he said he was gonna do it at one point at the house, and he had, like, the ring on the bed, he said, like, in the case, and she walked in, and he got scared and had to, like, hide it real fast. So he said she almost found out about it before, yeah.
God.
But he said he didn't tell anyone, which I was like, that's one, that's hard to do. And
Yeah,
two, I'm kinda glad he didn't. It makes it more special
right.
that no one knew, because I feel like if he did tell Joe Gorga, then he would tell Melissa, and then Melissa
Mhm.
might be like, "Hey, if you go here with Pauly, you're gonna wanna look, you know what I mean, look a certain way."
Right. And what Well, I do think it was premeditated because it was right before BravoCon, though. That's the only thing, because I bet that would have been a major question for her.
Yeah. And for him,
And
too.
he knows that every time it probably breaks her
Yes.
heart.
Oh, yeah.
So, this also tells us that he is finally divorced from his
Divorced.
first wife. Because
Yes.
remember, he said he wasn't going
Mhm.
to do it until all the other stuff was done with.
Finalized. Which I think was a good move. You don't wanna have your ex-wife and your new wife kind of entangled. Keep all that separate, be done, and then start fresh.
Right,
So
right.
I think he was doing it the right way.
Well,
Did
so
it take longer than
hopefully,
what she wanted? Yes.
if we may find out that this is not true and he is still dealing with the other wife.
I'm hoping not.
So it was either like deal with the wrath of the Bravo fans
Yes.
or deal with the ex-wife. And I think he
Yes.
would rather deal with the ex-wives right now.
He might, yeah.
He's like, I'm going to deal with the wrath of my ex-wife
Yes,
than the
yes.
wrath of Bravo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
good move.
That was a good move.
Very strategic of him. And then
But
I love the picture that you sent me of.
oh my god. So was watching BravoCon the first night on Peacock, and they had the Jersey Boys. It was Joe Gorga. What's her face's? The blonde girl's husband. Is he Joe too? You know what I'm talking about?
Which blonde? They're all blonde.
The short blonde. I can't think of her name. Oh, what's her name? Margaret?
Margaret, yeah. That's Margaret's husband of the
Yeah, is
picture
that
you
Joe?
sent. Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
yeah,
Joe?
yeah. Yeah.
They had him and then Polly. And they're on a panel, and I don't know if Joe Gorga was drunk or whatever, but he was like, he took off his whatever shirt he was wearing. He's wearing a tank top, and he's doing
He
all like
always
these like
takes his
he's doing
shirt
like I
off.
know he's doing like all these like sexual moves, and they're just sitting there, and it goes Joe Gorga, Joe, and then Polly, and I just happened to look, and I'm like, what is happening with Joe's short shirt? He's wearing a button-down shirt, and it's just popping open at the bottom, just hanging there for everyone to see. But as much as I don't like when they have the men on Housewives, I do like the Jersey ones. I think they're probably the best man housewives have on TV because they've tried to do Salt Lake before, and I don't know, I can't get into them.
Yeah,
I don't know what it
no.
is.
Yeah. Just women are more drama. I don't know,
Yeah,
women are better actors
yeah,
than the men.
yeah.
So,
But I've been loving streaming BravoCon on Peacock. I feel
you
like
know
I'm
who's
there.
this? Yeah, and surprisingly, you know who I haven't seen
Who?
besides Jax Taylor, which is thankfully we're not
Yes, yes.
gonna give him the time of day. I have not seen Paige.
I have not seen her either.
I've seen all her commercials that they keep playing on BravoCon, but I
Oh, I didn't
haven't
think.
seen Paige.
Do you think by her if she decided to not do Summer House or if it was Bravo, do you think if it was her that decided not to do it, then they said, "You can't come to BravoCon"?
Well, I don't know, because she's doing a spinoff with
Hannah?
Lindsay.
Oh, she is? Did she
She's
doing the
doing a
city?
spinoff with Lindsay, and no, I don't know if she's doing the spinoff. And Kyle's wife,
Oh, Amanda?
Amanda, or something like that. I don't know. It's getting all too confusing. But we did just see an article saying that Kyle and Amanda are supposedly living separate lives.
Ooh. Do you think they get paid for going to Bravo?
I don't know. That's a
I
good
was wondering
question.
that. Paige hasn't posted anything. I was gonna see what her story said if
She
she was
hasn't
like,
posted anything?
nothing, look.
Since when?
I can't tell.
Well,
There's
what was her
nothing.
last post?
Her last post was November 4th, 10 days ago.
10 days ago.
I think for her birthday.
Interesting. I
So I
haven't
don't know,
seen her.
it's kinda weird. But you're right, I
Yeah.
haven't seen her either. That was a
I know
good
she
call.
was she on Jimmy Kimmel or was she on Andy Cohen? I don't know. Also, there's a short clip of Andy doing an interview with Karen.
I did hear about that.
So it'd be interesting to
Is this her
watch.
first, like, big public appearance since
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I don't think she's done a podcast or anything. I think she sits down with Andy.
Thing. I'm just
Um,
looking at all these pictures from BravoCon.
yeah, Sierra's there, Amanda's there, Lindsay's there. It's crazy to me. Like Teddy, like they just have her everywhere,
I
which is
know.
crazy. She hasn't been on the show for at least 3 seasons now, 4 seasons.
So what I think, so Teddy and Tamra's podcast, I think they podcast with iHeartRadio. I think iHeartRadio has a big sponsorship or like a booth there, and that's why
Uh-huh.
she's there. She's there
She's
for
there.
that,
Okay.
and then they pulled her into this.
Okay.
I think that's why. Because I keep seeing her and Tamra together everywhere.
And then what else did I put? Didn't I put about the Persians? Oh, the Valley Persian style. Did you say something about that already?
Yeah, they dropped
I
the trailer for it.
Yeah. It's so crazy that it's a spinoff from the Valley because Lala is connected to the Valley and Lala
Mm.
does not get along with Janessa.
Who gets along? Gigi? Who gets along with her?
I
She
don't
seems
know.
so hard.
She is
You know,
hard.
speaking of the Valley, they announced that Lala and Tom Schwartz are full-time cast members on the
Mhm.
Valley.
I feel Lala is sorry, Lala, I'm gonna call you out, that you were
Mm.
re-wearing an outfit from the last BravoCon from 2 years
I
ago.
I did not like this outfit of
Yeah.
hers. The
Mhm.
headband, was it cheetah print? It was a headband and
Yeah.
like, yeah,
She's already rewore this outfit last
yeah.
BravoCon because that's how
I
she
didn't
got Captain Jason to get a picture with her.
I did not like it. I thought all of Southern Charm looked good. Their
Southern
outfits.
Charm looked good. Kathy looks okay. I'm really am Southern Charm, the oldest one, the lady,
Patricia?
she's there. I'm surprised she
Mhm.
made it out of the house.
She did, a panel with Heather and what's the girl from Atlanta that Sterling Manor?
Atlanta?
Her house is called, like, Sterling Manor.
Oh, okay, I know who you're talking about.
But those 3 were on a panel. I feel like
Uh-huh,
Heather did a lot of the talking, so did the other girl, and then
uh-huh.
Patricia really didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah, because she doesn't really care.
That's why I was surprised she was on a panel too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just put all the extras in a panel.
Yeah. They have Dubai there. Chanel, is her name Chanel? Chanel, I've
Shin
seen her.
she's yeah,
She's hosting, and then I've seen, Caroline what's her name? Stranberry?
yeah, I've seen her.
With the girl from Miami, the new girl. I
Mhm,
saw them
mhm.
together.
I wanna know how that's gonna go because Kim Kardashian's mom, Kris, just had a birthday, and I sent you those
Oh, yes,
pictures.
yes. I didn't realize she was in it. I
And
had to
she
relook
was
at
in
that
it.
when you
Her
sent it.
husband was in it, she was there,
Yes,
and you know that Larsa and Kim had a falling out.
yes.
So that I'm interested to see if I see
If that hurt their
Larsa.
friendship. Yeah.
Yeah, major, because you know Larsa, she's like, "Don't ever backstab me."
Let's see who else. Yeah, I saw Luann there, Countess Luann. I don't know, so far it's good. We'll see what tomorrow brings for BravoCon.
Oh my god, they're hugging it out at BravoCon, Teresa, Joe, and Teresa's husband.
Oh, Louis?
It's all public yeah, Louis there.
Ugh.
They're at the booth. What booth are they at? They're at a Teresa booth. He's at a Teresa booth. Oh,
Like, she has
Hood
her own
Rat at
booth?
her podcast booth. Yeah.
That's another thing. So many housewives have their own, like, podcast now.
Crazy. Everything's so
Yeah,
crazy. How many years has it been since BravoCon? When
at
was the
least
last
one.
BravoCon? One?
At least one. 'Cause they didn't do it last year.
So Alexia is at BravoCon.
Yeah. From
Yeah.
Miami? Yeah. So was Lisa. They did a panel. That's the one that was muted that I couldn't hear.
I cannot believe that.
I was like, "Am I doing something wrong?" I'm, like, putting my volume all the way up. I
I
put subtitles on.
know.
I was like, "What am I doing wrong?" And then you're like, "It's muted." I was like, "Okay, that makes sense," because I thought it was me.
And that's a wrap on the episode of Bravo's Moms Unfiltered. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did spilling the tea. Because let's be real, moms need unfiltered moments too.
Make sure to follow us wherever you get your podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you love today's chat, leave us a review. It will help other Bravo-loving moms find us.
Yes, don't forget to follow us on Spotify, Apple, what else?
Amazon Music.
Amazon. And then also Instagram.
Yes.
And yeah, like us,
That
star
is it.
us, give us your opinion, please, please, please.
Yes. Until next time, keep the wine chilled, the drama on TV, and the mom life real.
See you next week, Bravo Moms.
I'm reckless, offensive. I destroy your defenses. My guest list is priceless, and yes, I run a tight ship.